It was a cold morning, the kind of morning when the air bites your skin and silence fills the house. I woke up slowly, hopping to hear the familiar sound of my son's footsteps. His laughter, his voice calling, "Mom, are you awake?" But the house was quiet, too quiet. I sat up and looked around. The room was the same, but something deep inside me felt empty. I reached for my phone on the bedside table and opened the messages. There was nothing new, just the old one's small memories of love, care, and warmth. My heart sank as I remembered his last words. "Mom, I'll call you soon." That soon never came. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. My son had left home to live his own life, far away from the small town where we once shared laughter and tears. He had dreams, big ones. He wanted to make something of himself, and I wanted that too. I always told him, "Fly high, my boy, don't let fear stop you." And he did. He flew. But I never imagined that in his flight, he would forget the nest he came from. I don't blame him. Life moves fast when you're young. There are friends, work, and goals. But for a mother, time moves differently. Each second without her child feels like an hour. Each day feels like a lifetime. Sometimes I sit by the window, looking at the road that leads out of town. I imagine him walking down that road, suitcase in hand, eyes full of dreams. I remember that day clearly. I packed him food, folded his clothes neatly, and smiled even when my heart was breaking. I said, "Don't worry about me, son. I'll be fine." He smiled back and said, "I know you will, Mom. You're the strongest woman I know." I believed his words then. But now, I wonder if he really knew how hard it would be for me to live without him. At night, I sit in his room. Everything is still the same, the old posters on the wall, the books on his shelf, the small toy car he used to play with. I run my fingers over the dust-covered memories and whisper, "Do you still remember me, my boy?" Sometimes I think I hear his laughter echo in the room. But it's just my heart playing tricks on me. I close my eyes and see him as a child again, running barefoot in the garden shouting, "Mom, look what I found." Those were the happiest days of my life. Now my world is smaller. My days are quiet. I cook for one person. I talk to the walls and the clock, just to fill the silence. I've learned new words from the radio, trying to improve my English like I always promised him I would. He used to say, "Mom, one day you'll speak English better than me." I laugh at that memory. Maybe he would be proud if he knew I'm still trying. Learning English keeps my mind busy. I write small stories like this one to remind myself that life still has meaning, even when love feels far away. Sometimes neighbors ask about him. "Where's your son these days?" they say. I smile and answer, "He's doing well, busy with work." It's easier than telling them the truth, that I don't really know. That I wait for his call every night. That my heart jumps every time the phone rings, even if it's a wrong number. Love doesn't need words. But absence speaks loudly. His silence is the heaviest sound I know. I remember how we used to walk to the market together. He would carry the bags, tease me about buying too many vegetables, and laugh when I told him stories about my childhood. He used to say, "Mom, you always make everything sound like a movie." Maybe that's why I tell this story now. Maybe I just want someone to listen, even if he doesn't. The world has changed since he left. The trees outside are taller. The sky seems duller. I've aged too, though I don't notice it until I look in the mirror. My hair has more silver. My eyes have more stories. But deep inside, the mother in me hasn't changed. She still waits. She still believes. She still loves with the same fierce heart that once held a tiny boy and whispered promises of protection. Every once in a while, I dream about him. In my dreams, he's standing at the door, smiling like he used to, saying, "Mom, I'm home." I run to him and hold him tight. For a few moments, everything feels right again. Then I wake up, tears on my pillow, but with a small smile too. Because dreams are kind, they give you what reality takes away. Maybe one day he will come back. Maybe one day my phone will ring and I'll hear his voice again saying, "Mom, I missed you." I'll tell him I never stopped waiting, my son. I'll make his favorite food, and we'll talk for hours like old times. Until then, I'll keep living. I'll keep learning. I'll keep hopping. Because that's what mothers do. We don't stop loving, even when the world forgets us. So I sit by the window again tonight. The stars are bright. The moon is full. I whisper into the night sky, "Wherever you are, my son, may you be happy. May you remember your mother." The wind carries my words into the darkness. Maybe they'll reach him. Maybe not. But I'll keep speaking, because silence hurts more than words ever could. Life is strange. It takes what you love most and tests how strong your heart really is. I've learned that love isn't just about being together. It's about keeping someone alive inside your heart, no matter how far they go. My son may have left me alone, but his memory still fills this house. It lives in every wall, every echo, and every breath I take. And that perhaps is enough for now.